everyone, this is JB with Tech Under Fire, where I bring you the latest and greatest in tech reviews, comparisons, DIYs, money-saving ideas, and more. This channel is dedicated to providing my in-depth analysis, unbiased opinions on the latest gadgets and tech I currently play with in the industry. It doesn't matter if it's a smartphone, a tablet, a laptop, a smart home device, or any type of gaming gear, I got you covered. I conduct extensive research and hands-on testing to give you a detailed look at the features, performance, and value of each product. In addition to product reviews, I also will bring you the latest news and updates in the tech world, as well as tips and tricks to help you get the most out of the devices you currently have or planning to buy. Whether you are looking for the newest tech fad, if you are already a tech enthusiast, or just looking for a new gadget to enhance your daily life, this channel has something for everyone. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the Steam Deck and how awesome of a gaming system this thing is. It basically replaces having like a gaming laptop or even like a Switch for the most part. It's kind of like a Switch on steroids, or a Switch for the PC, however you want to look at it. But anyways, I love it because there's just so many different things you can do. I've had mine since last July of 2022. So I've had several months to play with it. I was an early adopter of it. I knew it was going to be really awesome. But there is definitely some tweaking you have to do, and there's plenty of YouTube videos. There's plenty of YouTube videos that demonstrate how to mod, how to do all kinds of different tricks and tips and stuff like that. I'm basically just kind of doing like more of a game showcase, just to kind of let you know and let you see what games that play on it and that you can actually have, and they play very well. And if you have a dock or a monitor or a TV, I mean, you're golden. So that's it. That's kind of what I'm doing today. Just kind of keeping it simple. That way, if you're ever interested or you keep hearing the buzz about a Steam Deck, you know exactly what it is. It's a pretty good companion. Even if you're a casual gamer, it's perfect. You don't have to be a hardcore gamer. So without further ado, let's get this on the road. I'm just going to showcase some of the cool stuff on this Steam Deck. It's basically the Fire Stick of the gaming world. Let me repeat that so my phone doesn't go off again. It's basically the Fire Stick of the gaming world. So it's exactly what you would expect. You pretty much can download almost any game to it. Currently right now what it's on FB Neo, which basically means Final Burn Neo. This just compromises of like all the arcade games we grew up playing at the arcades, whether it be at the movie theaters or at the malls or at like different type of certain events or whatever, restaurants, whatever, bowling alleys. So you click on this, and obviously it has this little preview, and you can scroll through, and like I said, it plays 896 games. So all the old classics, The Simpsons, Mortal Kombat, anyone you can think of, it's all on here. So feel free to just take a look at it. Next we'll go to, this is the Nintendo 3DS category. I'm still working on this category, so you can see I only have a few games. This is the N64. I have 263 games. A lot of good originals on here. And it's the same thing. Any of these games you just let play. So play the trailer. 490 DS games. The Nintendo DS. Same thing. Anything you click on, give you a short trailer. Most of these games I've never even heard of, but they're all the originals. The Marios, the Donkey Kong, all that stuff. 479 original Nintendo games, all the ones you can remember growing up as kids. It's got 375 Game Boy games, and I mean, honestly, for what they are, it's kind of cool because it's in full screen versus it being on a 2.6 inch screen. It's on a 7-inch screen. Game Boy Advance, I got 481 games. Kind of sound like I'm repeating myself, but it's basically the same exact thing. You just go through, it's all alphabetized, all the games that you could think of. Game Boy Color has 229 games. Same thing, go check it out. All kinds of crazy stuff they got on all the originals and stuff. Nintendo GameCube, I'm still working on this collection. I only have 17 so far, but I got some good titles. They play really well. They actually, to me, look better, play better, run better than the original. Some of them, you have to deal with what's called pre-shaders. And that's just, look at that, it's like sometimes buffering on a Fire Stick. It's just a part of it not being, if these were game files that were being constantly updated, then you wouldn't have that issue. Super Nintendo, I got 722 games. It's pretty impressive. I love it. I love it. It's all the other old games I remember growing up as a kid. So I'm pretty stoked, geeked. I mean, whatever you want to call it. Nintendo Wii, which is impressive. This is not too terribly long ago. We're getting more modern. But the fact that all these games play really well, they all play in HD. I mean, it's pretty cool. I'm telling you, like, never thought I would be wanting to revisit all these old games until obviously all this happened. Working on the Wii U. So far, still running through some problems getting it to play. Sega CD, the same thing. Sega Dreamcast, still working on it. Sega Game Gear, I do have 384 games, so lots of good titles. I feel like I'm going over the same games because everything starts with alphabetized. So the Genesis, 568 games. We'll go up this time. As you can see, the old original X-Men. This one does not have a little video just because all they had was the box art. This one might. Actually, I'm sorry. None of my Genesis games have any of the videos because I didn't want to sit there and wait for it to finish, so I just did just the box art, and you can do that. Saturn, I'm working on it, only have 3 games. Neo Geo Pocket Color was a rival to like the Game Gear, obviously the handhelds for like the the Nintendo, and it was a 16-bit little handheld console. It was cool. I mean, there's some games, noteworthy games that might be cool, worth to play, but honestly, in my opinion, I probably would never really touch it. PlayStation, I'm still working on it. PlayStation 2, I finally cracked, which is funny, because I figured out PlayStation 2 faster than I figured out PlayStation 1. But these games, they all play well. They all play really well. Shadow of the Colossus, I'm actually going to scrape this right now. You're going to see how this works. So I go here. I go to my scraper. It's already set. I need to select what system, which is the PS2. I hit that. I go to start. And it's going to start scraping what it's going to start scraping the library. Unfortunately, it already scrapes, which it's already scraped before. But so far, I haven't figured out the process to get around that. So this is the best time to do this is obviously at night. So now it's doing the Shadow of the Colossus, as you can see. And I don't have to actually do this one because it's done it, so I can just hit B or A so it stops. And it tells me 3 games were done successfully. So now you can see Shadow of the Colossus. So, and then the Sony PSP, 19 games. A lot of it is just because these files are so huge that I don't want to fill up my hard drive with all of the PSP and all of the PS2. But it is cool to see that there's a ton that works. And that's where we started with 3DO. So just to showcase that these games do in fact work, I'm just going to pick Shadow of the Colossus. I noticed that there's kind of like a border, a slight half border. I don't know if that's going to be there for the whole game or if it's just part. I have not seen this in any other PS2 game, although I only have 4. Looks like it kind of blended in. So I guess that means it's gone. And obviously you can see what the gameplay looks like, and that's Shadow of the Colossus. Now, how you get out is you have to hit these two at the same time. Takes you out. Once again, you can go into anything. I mean, and it's kind of remarkable that the Nintendo Wii is working as good as it is. I'll just play it right now. It's old familiar screen. I know everybody remembers that screen. So what's cool is this acts like the Wii Mote in a sense, and it's kind of more accurate in some ways. I thought it was really brilliant though what they did with the emulation as far as controllers. I'm having problems though, unfortunately, getting my Xbox Series X 20th anniversary controller. I'm having problems getting this Bluetooth controller connected to this Steam Deck. I'm not quite exactly sure why, because everything's in play for it to work. It should be a slam dunk ordeal, but for whatever reason, it's giving me problems. Hopefully, it won't be too long. Sorry, I'm trying to get a little bit more lighting in here. Alright. But yeah, hopefully it won't be too long, but basically get this going. You just hit A and B at the same time. And like I said, you can just go over here, or technically, this is the better way for now. Yeah, I forgot, this is backwards. They always want the B to be the A. So, that's it. So that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna go too far because a lot of these games take a little bit before they actually start up with all their little cutscene and all that kind of stuff. So we'll go ahead and exit it out. It's shutting down. So that way you see it. It's all there. It's pretty cool. But that's like I said, that was part of my showcase. I just kind of wanted to show you how awesome the Steam Deck is. But not even on top of just it doing just that. You have so many other features. One of the other cool features you have is the ability to run Xbox Game Pass flawlessly. And for this thing to run Xbox Game Pass flawlessly, I mean, that's to me in itself almost worth the bill, just because it plays all modern games. So it is a hack that I have to do in order to run it, but it is a workaround that is supposedly going to get native support at some point. But we'll show just kind of how this looks. And it is sitting on this Steam dock, and the dock connects to a monitor or a TV. What is cool is if you can get the Xbox game controller working for it, you can be playing all this stuff on the TV. I'm still working on that. That's crazy. I can do all this other stuff, but yet I can't connect this thing Bluetooth, but we'll figure it out. So, all right, Halo's ready. Hit A. We're still just going to go back to where my campaign was, so it'll start up here in just a second. That way you can kind of showcase how well Halo looks and stuff like that. In terms of like quality, I mean, in terms of quality, I feel like it's right there. Moves very well. Everything's precise. Graphics are really good. Now, I don't think I'm gonna win this fight. Oh gosh. Hey, look at that. I'll be dang. That made me feel cool. Actually got away. So how you stop this, you go there, and I lost. And you can stop it the other way. I've been stopping it, but that's just the easier way. But what's awesome and what's impressive is you have the right internet. You can literally stream all of these games. And these are all, I mean, look at some of these. You know, Battlefield 5, one of the more recent Batmans. You know, still Battlefield 4, the Conan Exile series, Crackdown 3, and Microsoft is, you know, usually adding new games every single month. So this list grows. It does kind of go away at times because you do lose some games, but it has a lot of more modern games, and this is impressive to me because they run very well. So this is, once again, a very good alternative than having your traditional systems. Not only is this great on the go, but it's also amazing to just be able to have at home, whether it's just connected to your TV or connected to your monitor. So we'll go ahead and get out of that. Then I'll show you kind of a more modern game that's actually running directly off the power of the Steam Deck itself. And that is the Heroic Games Launcher. It's another hack. This allows me to run my Epic games, which a lot of Epic games are a lot of PlayStation and PS5 exclusives. So I'll go here. Sifu's a real cool kung fu game. For those who don't know about it, have never heard of it, it's a really awesome game. But it's very, very power hungry. I mean, graphical. It definitely takes some pretty good strong strength to run this game. So the fact that it's running it is not streaming and it's truly downloaded. So just the power of just this system is running it, and this is on the PS5. This lets you know how powerful that the Steam Deck is. You know, from, like I said, from let me go ahead and, oh crap, I didn't even do that. From old to new, and once again, you've seen a little bit of a small little buffer will hang up. Those are the pre-shaders. In other words, if I was to walk through any of these areas again, these pre-shaders would have already lined out all the details and stuff, and I wouldn't have had no other issue as far as it like acting like it's buffering. But it has nothing to do with it, the game, like the system not being able to run the game. It's like one of those things, if you beat the game and it came back to all this, it would never buffer. So, but anyways, yeah, this is how well it runs. This game has no hiccups. I love it. It's came out this year. Oh crap. Oops, did not mean to do that. So this is it. That's that game. I can play it forever and ever and ever. But that's just the power of the Steam Deck alone. So yeah, that's it, guys. I mean, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. It's my new favorite toy. It's the Fire Stick of the game consoles. Hit me up. Obviously, I'll do what I can do to make sure you guys can be on top of this game-changing revolution in the gaming world. But that's it. JB with Tech Under Fire. We signing out. I'll do more videos later. Holla. I know this video was pretty raw. This is my first video ever. It's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So I know it's definitely a little bit raw. It's going to improve over time. Please just give it a little bit of patience, and I will make sure that I get these figured out. But it's exciting. This is 2023. It's a new year, so it's never too late. So if you have any feedback or ideas, please leave your comments. That's what's going to help me grow this channel. Please also hit a like and subscribe so I can continuously do what I do and put out better and better videos. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.